Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video we are going to learn about what is meant by stress. So let us see, before learning what is meant by stress, let us first see what is meant by force. So what is force? Let us see. This is one body which is at rest. That is, this body is stationary body. So this is the body at rest. Now, when this body will change its state of rest, that is, when this body will change its position. So if I apply something to this body, then only this body will change its state of rest. That is, if I apply something from here, then only this body will change its state of rest. Now consider another body which is in motion. That is, this body is moving body. So body in motion. Now when this body will stop, or when this body will change its state of motion, or when this body will stop. So I apply something to this body, then only this body will stop or change its state of motion. So I am applying F here. So if I apply F to this moving body, then this body will become at rest or change its motion or change its speed. So this something which change the state of body or tends to change the state of body, that something is called nothing but force. That something is called as force. So you know what is the Newton's first law of motion? We all know what is Newton's first law of motion. The statement of Newton's first law of motion states that every body continues to be in its state of rest or of motion in a straight line unless it is acted upon by some external agency to change the state. Means body remains in its state. If body is stationary, it remains stationary unless it is acted upon by some external agency. Or if the body is in motion, then it remains in motion unless it is acted upon by some external agency. So this is the basic behind the force. So by using this Newton's first law of motion, force is defined as an external agent or an external agency which changes or tends to change the state of rest or of uniform motion of a body is called as force. Something which changes or tends to change the state of rest or of uniform motion of a body is called as force. Or something which changes the state of body is called as force. In simple language, something which changes the state of body is called as force. So there are two types of states in mechanical engineering. Means in our mechanics, there are two types of states. One is state of rest, means stationary state, and second is state of motion, means moving state. So external agency which change the state of body, means if the first body is stationary, then if some external agent we will apply, then the body becomes in motion. If the body is moving and something is applied to body, then body will stop. So this is the change of state. So that external agent which change the state of body is nothing but force. Now what is the formula for force? So according to Newton's second law of motion, the formula is derived. So second Newton's law of motion states that the rate of change of momentum of a body is directly proportional to force. So according to this statement, the formula for force is derived. Now what is formula? Force is equal to nothing but mass into acceleration. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. So that is F is equal to m into A. Now the SI unit of force is what? So what is the unit? So unit of mass is kg and unit of acceleration is meter per second square. So the unit of force becomes kg meter per second square. And you can see in introduction there is Newton's first law of motion. In definition is according to Newton's first law of motion. Formula of force is derived from Newton's second law of motion. And the Newton's third law of motion is also about force. There is every action there is equal and opposite reaction. That law is also related to force. So Newton's invest his whole life for force. So therefore on his name the SI unit of force is Newton. So 1 Newton is nothing but 1 kg meter per second square. So this is the SI unit of force. Now this is the concept of force. Now what is stress? So this force you can see in the diagram. The force is externally applied to the body. Force is externally applied to the body. And after applying force, something will change. There is some effect on the body. Due to force, there will be some effect on the body. The body will stop, will change its state, will becomes in motion, will rotate, body will rotate, or body will deform or elongate. These are the effects of force. Let us see what is meant by stress. So first consider this is a prismatic bar of length L, and the inside you can see the width of prismatic bar is B and depth of prismatic bar is small d. If the bar is subjected to tensile load, that is P, then what will happen? If there is no resistance to external force, if there is no material resistance to external force, then after applying force, instantly body will start to deform. But in mechanical engineering, deformation or elongation is not required. So some machine components or some mechanical components, rigidity is the important property. So in that case, resistance of material is important. Now after applying force, body will start elongate. But material has its ability to resist that external force. Material has some ability to resist that external force. That is called as material resistance. That is internal resistance. and this internal resistance is applied on whole cross section of that bar. Now in the second diagram you can see due to force delta L is the elongation of the bar, but material has some ability to apply internal resistance. So like this. So due to force P, the bar will deform and its length increases to delta L. The material have ability to resist this deformation. So you can see in third diagram, force P is applied and the material resistance, internal resistance R is developed in the material, and it is equal to force applied. So R is equal to P. R is equal to P. Now what is stress? Stress is nothing but that internal resistance force per unit cross sectional area is nothing but stress. So what is the definition of stress? Internal resistance force per unit area, cross sectional area, is called as stress. What is formula for stress? What is stress? Internal resistance force per unit cross sectional area. So stress is equal to internal resistance force divided by cross sectional area. So stress is denoted by letter sigma, Greek letter sigma. So sigma is equal to internal resistance force is R divided by cross sectional area is capital A. So sigma is equal to capital R by A. So capital R, we know capital R is equal to P. So sigma is equal to P divided by A. So this is the final formula. Sigma is equal to P divided by A. Remember this formula. So don't forget this formula in your life. Sigma is equal to P divided by A. This is our first formula from this unit. So sigma is equal to P divided by A. Now what is SI unit of stress? What is SI unit of stress? Now P is the force and area A is the area. Now what is SI unit of force? The SI unit of force is Newton divided by the SI unit of area is meter square. So what is the SI unit of stress? The SI unit of stress is Newton per meter square. So unit of force is Newton, you can see, and unit of area is meter square. So Newton per meter square is the SI unit of stress. We will use the unit of stress as Newton per mm square. Newton per mm square. Now this Newton per meter square is also called as Pascal. Pascal is one of the scientists and on his name the unit of stress is denoted as Pascal. Pascal means what? 1 Pascal is 1 Newton per meter square. Like this kilopascal, megapascal is there. So 1 kilopascal is nothing but 1000 Pascal. So 1000 Newton per meter square. Also 1 megapascal is equal to 10 raised to 6 Newton per meter square. That is 10 raised to 6 Pascal. 1 megapascal is equal to. These are the unit conversions. We will see during problem solving. So this is the concept of stress. This is the concept of stress. So thank you very much. In next video we will see another concepts from the unit simple stresses and strains. So thank you very much.